Okay, so here's the first question we're going to work on. This is going to be 5 steps in this particular question. Okay, but it says now determine the missing value on the vertical axis, represented by the question mark. Okay, so taking a look here, notice that we start with 950, we go up to 1200. The easiest way to do this is going to be, sorry about that, is to determine the difference. What is my range that falls between 1200 and 950? Easiest way to do that is just some basic subtraction. So 1200 minus 950. Let's see, that's 5. And then 11 minus 9 is 2. Okay, so I know this entire range is 250. Okay, but what are all of these individual breaks? Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 breaks, so dividing by 5, we get that 5 for 1 is 25. So 50. So that means that this one is 50, this one is 50, this one is 50, this one is 50, and this one is 50. Well, 950 plus 50, that's going to make this one an even 1,000. And this is going to be 1,050. And then we can keep going if we want to check ourselves. So this is 1,100. This is 1,150. And then, of course, 1,200 there. So our answer here is going to be this unknown is going to be 1,050. Okay, so not too bad. Down. This is 1,050. Okay. So now working the next question here, it says, well, what is this one? Well, we just did that one, right? So 50, there's 950, there's 1,000, there's 1,050, there's 1,100, there is 1,150. So 1,150, which we know if we add another 50 to that, we'll get to our 1,200. We're good to go there. Okay. Now, okay, so create the bar chart representing the data for Tennessee. Okay, well, Tennessee is going to be this 1,121. So we're just going to put down that it is 1,121, and it actually builds our plot for us. If we want to go a little higher, we could do that. A little lower, we could do that too, but it's probably easier if we just type that in. Okay. And then for Oregon, well, Oregon is 1,056. So 1,056. 1,056. There's our Oregon. And then now we need to complete the remaining bars. Okay, so let's see. Scroll down. Okay, so what we need to know is A. So A is going to be, so we know that this is 1,150. So we're looking for a number that is close to that 1,150. Well, look, there's 1,127 here in Kansas. So that's going to be Kansas. And then we need B. Okay, now that one's just almost 1,200. Let's see which one's just almost 1,200. So 1,194. There we go. So that one's going to be Iowa. And then our last one is, okay, that one's just under 1,000. So let's find out where we are there. So just under 1,000. Oh, look, there's that 996. So let's go ahead and make sure we've got that. What was that? Hawaii. And done. Okay. Now, in an ideal world, we would have gone back and we would have double checked that we didn't repeat anything. But there we go. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and let's start working on this question. Now, remember, we are working here on a circle graph, so we're going to have to work on that. We're going to have to work on that central angle. So I want the central angle here. And remember, the central angle is made by multiplying 360 times whatever that percentage. Now this is 40%, so we want to multiply that by 0.4. Okay, so our central angle for this is going to be 360 times 0.4. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Let's see. Let's go ahead and open up our calculator. You are welcome to use your calculator in this. So let's go ahead and multiply our 0.4 times 360. That gives us 144 degrees for our central angle. So now that is for business. Oh, but I didn't read the instructions. Oh, yes, I did. Find the central angle for business. So we just found out that was 144. Now notice that this is going to be a 144 degree angle right here over this central angle. Okay. Now we're going to find the central angle for all the rest of them. Central angle for art. Well, that's going to be 0.16 times 100% times 360. So 0.16 times 360 is going to give me 57.6. And we want it rounded to the nearest tenth, so that was 57.6. So 57.6. Okay. Finding the same for liberal arts. That's 12. That's 0.12. So 360 times 0.12. That gives us 43.2. So 43.2. Next is going to be for mathematics. Math is going to be 17%. So, oh, I closed it down. So 0.17 times 360 is going to give me 61.2. And then finally, last but not least, we need to work on the social sciences, which is what it's going to be asking. Social sciences is 15%, so 0.15 times 360 gives me 54. Now, what we're going to notice here, notice it filled up the very last of the chart. Now, all of these interior here, those are going to be my central angle. So this is going to be that 114. Social sciences, that's a 50-degree angle right in there. But that creates my circle chart. I hope this helps. Contact me if you need anything. Email me as always. Thank you so much.